Hi everybody, it's Kathy here from Kathy Loves a Scrap, and I'm coming to you from the land down under today, and I am playing along with Pink Fresh Friday. And this month in Pink Fresh Friday I've created this layout by mixing up a few different ranges from the wonderful papers that we have from Pink Fresh. So I have got some old photos here. These ones are of my daughter, who is now 25, can you believe? And I'm using these papers here. This one is from Flower Market. Oh, no, it's not. It's from Sunshine in My Mind. And then I also have ones from Making the Best of My Best Day of It. I think that's what they're called, Making the Best Day of It. And then I also have one, as I said, from Flower Market. And I'm going to use bits and pieces from all of these, and I'm going to pull them together into one layout. And I just love the colours that are in this paper range that I'm selected to use today. And I do like this wreath, but I will be using it at another time because I have multiples of that sheet because I just love the gingham and the wreath. So I'm going to start with my usual. I'm going to do a 1-inch frame, and I'm cutting that out of my cardstock so that I can use the cardstock in my layout. And I just said I love this gingham, and the colours in it are just beautiful, and I have them matching my photos because my daughter's wearing the blue in the photos, and the freshness of the gingham lifts the layout. So I've trimmed that down by 7/8 I think I have done for that one on both sides, and now I'm bringing this down to 9.5 by 9.5 so that it fits on an angle on this background. I also want to include a square of that gingham as a feature, so I'm going to cut out the middle here, and I'm going to use that in the layout as well in a moment. So this is how I'm stretching my stash and how I can build elements into my layout without having to cut into another sheet of paper. So you can see that that will line up beautifully, and just to make sure that the edges don't just sit there hanging on that border, I am inking them up, or distress inking them, with this one from Tim Holtz, and it's an ice spruce. So I've just gone around the edges and I've inked those to give it a smoky edge or a distressed ink edge, and that allows it to just come up off that blue border at the background, and it doesn't just look like the page is just sitting there. It adds some shadow and depth to it, and that is a great way to finish off your layouts and make them sit nicely on the page. I am now putting this at an angle because just for a different approach to the squares of the gingham and the squares in the layout paper here, but it's a contrast that just adds interest to how this is all going to come together. And sometimes this tape with that paper is a little bit distressing because it doesn't want to come off. So you can see that little bit of gingham that I cut out of the background, I'm now trimming it down to be a square that is roughly 4.5 by 4.5, and I'm also inking that up with that ink just to make it pop off that background and add to the overall effect. And it too is going to be tilted, so that's another eye drawing component of the layout. And now I have 3 layers to that layout. So I have my border, which is what I wanted on there. Then I have 3 paper layers which are going to draw your eye around this layout. Now this, as I said, these photos are of my daughter, who is now 25. She is the animal handler in my house. She has qualifications to work with animals, and even at that young age she was always drawn to the animals. She's about 2.5 in these photos, and we're at the Easter show. So I found these beautiful frames on this paper here that I thought I would incorporate into the layout, so I fussy cut those out, and I've inked around the edges of those as well just to give them some definition and pop them off that background. And I'm putting them in onto the layout just as a feature, and I'm tucking this one here behind this photo, and what I did was I fussy cut around the flower element there so that it could cover up my mum's hand who was actually holding my daughter in this photo. From that beautiful page of ovals, I cut two. One says, can't even think what they say. One says every day is a new day to begin, and the other one is it's your day to smile. So that's what I've added there. I've also gone and I've found some more Pink Fresh embellishments that I have built to build up these clusters, and I have this great little saying tag here that says so grateful for this. And I'm now using some Pink Fresh gemstones so that I could put a little bling to the layout and to bulk out those 3 cluster points, but also set up the visual triangle for your eye to follow. Now this layout's coming together beautifully, and in a moment you're going to see a little visitor who decided that it was her right to come and join in on the filming, and you'll get to meet our new little family pet, and that's Willa, and she's going to walk right across the middle of my layout in a moment, and you'll see that. And she is very, very curious and likes to look at things even though she knows she's not supposed to come up onto my desk, and here she comes. Isn't she cute? She's only 12 weeks old, and she's actually my son's cat. So she just likes to, you can see, she fights coming off the desk. She likes to stay there. So that's Willa, everybody, and she'll feature on layouts shortly. So here's how this one has come together. I'm going to use one of these decorated frames at the top as my journaling block so that I can just write who's in the photo, which is my daughter, and where she was and how old she was. And I'm using it in the same colour pen as the rest of the layout so that it doesn't overpower the layout. I want it to blend in nicely. So there's how this layout has come together. It wasn't a very difficult layout to do. The hardest part was for me to choose the papers from all the ranges. And I do mix and match, as you've seen, and you can see how they all complement each other. And that's the best thing about Pink Fresh. They do complement each other regardless of the series or the design packet that you use. So you can mix and match. This is the ephemera that I was using them from. As you can see, they come together quite nicely. That one with the flowers came from the fancy floral ephemera of Keeping It Real, and the other one has come out of the Best Day collection. So that's how I have pulled together Pink Fresh this Friday. I hope there's something here that you like. Don't forget to go and check out the playlist down below where everybody's playing along with this wonderful design creation using these wonderful papers. You can find us all here on YouTube by this playlist. Leave a like, leave a comment. We all like the feedback. We do appreciate your time. Thank you to everybody who has stayed through watching this, and hopefully there is something here that has inspired you, that you want to get out there and be a little bit creative and write your story through scrapbooking. Give me a thumbs up, please. It lets YouTube know that you like what I'm doing. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to find out the next video when it lands. Leave me a comment. I love your feedback and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And thanks once again for watching. I'm Kathy from Kathy Loves to Scrap, coming to you from Land Down Under. Find me under that name on all my socials, even Instagram, where you can find all my layouts, even those without a video. If you liked something here, check out the next one. Happy scrapping till next time.